I feel like I haven't stated this before, but My Hero Academia is one of my favorite animes of all time. And that's saying much. At a young age, I didn't really get into this series that much because I might have felt like it was dragging on or something. I just really wanted to get into the whole school thing, if I'm being honest. But after watching all of the seasons back in 2019, I think, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It's practically a thing that I grew up with at this point. And of course, with every good show like this, I have a handful of good characters that are my favorites. Like, of course, the homie Deku, Todoroki, even Mirio at this point. But I think with an anime like this, the better question is, who's my waifu in this show? And for those who haven't seen my Instagram, it's Ochako Uraraka. Now I know what you're thinking. Do I like her because she's bubbly, laid back, and cool? Or her costume is cool, or quirk is zero gravity? Like, there's so much to like about her. And of course, I would be an expressive weeb to, weeb out on the reasons why she is best girl, but I'm not gonna do that. In defense for it being her birthday today, I decided this was a perfect time to do a whole in-depth analysis on why I like Uraraka. Not only as a waifu, because I feel like I exaggerate a lot, so it comes out that way. I mean, she is my waifu. She's like the pillar waifu, if I'm being honest. But, oh god, dang it. But I felt like I wanted to talk about like the reasons why I think she really makes the show worth watching. Honestly, she makes the show better, and I really just appreciate her existence in here. So, with that being said, let's talk about Ochako Uraraka. Also, I guess this is the first thing for me in the channel, so character analysis. Also, happy birthday, Ochako. Now, a little disclaimer before I sound like a weeblade darning over his waifu, gawking, darning, whatever I want to say. I just want to admit the fact that at the end of the day, I'm just talking about how good this character is. Even though by the end of this video, I'm just going to be gawking at her for a bit and talking about why she's so good. But, maybe there's no difference. So, that being said. I feel like in order to explain Uraraka and why I love her so much, I think I would have to go back a bit. So, when I started watching My Hero, I don't know about y'all, but I felt really bad for Deku. Like, the amount of sympathy I had could fill up to like 10 jars, if not more. I really don't know other to say is that I just felt sorry for him. Why did I? Well, simple. Everyone was throwing shade at him, from his childhood friend Bakugo to the doctor that said he had no quirk. I don't even know. He was just bullied, called a loser, a quirkless wannabe, mostly by Bakugo. And I don't know. I guess throughout the show there are a lot of people that could have. There was just a lot of people that really was just mean to him. Like, I guess I wouldn't go into like the villains or something. I don't know, but. There was like Aizawa, Ida, hell, I even hated All Might at a point because, his number one favorite hero told him, sorry kid, you can't be a hero without a quirk. Now, with all due respect, he could have told him this because, he wanted to keep him out of harm's way. Like, he's gonna know the crazy stuff he's due in the future. But, my point stands. It was kind of a poor choice of words on All Might's behalf for doing this. And I know their first encounter was just All Might saving him from a sludge monster, which later held Kachan captive. But the fact that he told him that, I feel like when it came to the whole first greeting, the conversation didn't really stop until All Might told him, you can't be a hero. So, started off well, nada. So, guess it was half and half. But I guess throughout watching the series, I wasn't really paying attention that much. I felt like I was morally paying attention to what next character I could hate next. Because I like to call this thing the Deku trait. Choo choo, where I support the main character and have a bunch of sympathy for it. And while I'm on this train, I would pull the finger on anybody who throws shade at my main character boy. You know, it's a common thing I do for many anime, like for example, Rising of the Shield Hero. And then I guess I probably didn't ask this before, but maybe when I got into season 2. I probably thought of this when I was watching around season 1. And once again, I was a kid, so I didn't really get into My Hero that easily. But I guess I probably asked in my brain, God, is there at least one person that's gonna be nice to Deku? Can there be one person that doesn't treat Deku like shade by first meeting him? And by season 2, I realized that was Uraraka. No lie. From their first interaction, I kind of took the scene as it was as a kid, and it was like a funny attempt at Deku trying to speak to a girl, which, with all due respect, was funny. But I did not realize that this was the first time God dang it. I did not realize that Uraraka was, you know, the only one that bothered to show some sort of, I don't know, care for Deku. Just her simple interaction with him, all like,
I stopped you with my quirk. I'm sorry I didn't ask first, but I figured you wouldn't mind me catching you. Isn't this all the way nerve-wracking? Well, I guess I'll see you inside.
And the Deku's all like, holy whoa, I just talked to a girl! It's just funny. But even then, by season 2, I actually started to like Uraraka. Her intentions on becoming a hero are kind of ironic, but they're not exactly like Kacchan's either. Now, for some of y'all, you may think this isn't really a difference because I don't know. No, but when you think about all the people that Deku meets, I guess in the school or anywhere else, they weren't really the nicest people to, I guess, meet him. I think even a couple of heroes were like, you had no reason to jump in like that. And I'm like, well, dang. My point is that a lot of people weren't very nice to Deku upon meeting him for the first time. First interactions, if I had to say. And I will admit there was a lot more people that could qualify as the whole, why you treat Deku this way? But I don't know. No. But when I got to season 2 and I realized how glorious of a character and caring she was, or how caring Uraraka was, it made me think about how she met Deku, and I'm like, wait a second, this is the first nicest person to Deku. And by that realization, I had the highest respect for her. I probably had respect for her when I first saw that, and I kind of realized it. Because later in season 2, I was full on supporting her throughout the sports festival and all. But what are her intentions, you may ask? Well, kind of simple. So Uraraka's quirk is zero gravity, right? Where by pressing an object or a person with her palm, like the fingertips of her palm, she's able to make that object/person float. Only when she presses the tips together on her fingers and says release, the effect wears off. But if she does it too much, she barfs, which to this day I can't tell if that's censorship or that's how it actually is. I never seen an anime censorship that's like this, but it kind of feels exaggerated. So anyway, with a quirk like that, it would definitely be useful to many things, like picking up debris against trapped citizens. Holy crap, I feel like that was foreshadowing. But Uraraka's fam owns a construction business, which as a kid, she definitely wanted to help out. Good. Now, I know she was young and she had to go do school in UA to become a hero, which at this point, she's becoming a rescue hero, and I'm glad. I guess on top of that, she's also poor, so that's pretty much the reason why she says the reason for her to The reason that she wants to become a hero is to make money, only to help out her fam, which is pretty what. I can't say anything. It's just you can. I think the scene always gets me because, let it be said, I haven't looked on that scene ever since I saw it, but just seeing her face, you could tell how serious she is on how you know how innocent they are. I can't explain it, okay? She's just great. Part of the reason why I think she's pretty much best girl is how compassionate is and willing to help others. That basically kind of explains her first interaction with Deku. Although there wasn't the only time that she helped out Deku, or, try to help him out. After the entrance exam, which, by the way, Deku saved her from a giant robot that cost him 0 points. When Uraraka knew this, she went to President Mike and asked if, she could split her points and give them to Deku, which was a noble thing. Of course, it wasn't needed since Deku had rescue points, which also Uraraka has, so they both passed flying stars. But the fact that she did it anyway shows how much care that she has for Deku. It's a complete change of everybody else that's interacted with him. Nobody cared, nobody took consideration for how he feels. You don't just go to this guy and say, quirkless wannabe, how you gonna be a hero? And then he meets All Might, so we get the idea. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, Deku and Uraraka, along with Ida, became friends. Which, I'm just gonna go off explaining why I hated Ida, but I'm not gonna do that. And Uraraka was just a laid-back, cheery, bubbly person that's basically usually flustered around him, but we get to that later. I basically like to think of Uraraka because of these two instances. I like to say that she's basically a hope beacon for Deku. Like, you figure, this man was on his own luck, going into UA like, I'm gonna become a hero, before he almost trips himself and says, or I'll just die. It kind of just hurts to think, what would it be like if Uraraka wasn't there to, stop him from falling on his face? Or, try to split points with him. Yes, I know it wouldn't matter either way, but the fact that she did it anyway. I mean, come on, Deku saved her, so she has to make it up to him, am I right? It kind of makes me think like nobody else would do the same thing if Deku did that. Like, if Deku saved Kacchan and he didn't give a crap, I would be surprised. Oh wait, he did. I like to say I'm thankful to the fact that, she decided to do this. But also, I have respect because she's more respectful than anybody else. So is it that? Is it because she's respectful? Well, I mean, I won't lie and say that she is cute. Her suit is pretty darn awesome. Gets that spacey feel. Not to mention her new suit that I still haven't seen yet. And as a kid, I had respect for her. But growing up, I actually liked her. Which also kind of brings up my whole support thing. You see, back in the day when I started watching Academia, I saw it on Adult Swim, and of course they have anime every Saturday, so I would tune in every Saturday to watch it. And I know people were at season 3 at this point, but that's when I got to binge the rest of it. Almost. So during the sports festival arc, I got to see the point where Uraraka had to face Bakugo, and I gotta say, kind of a bold move for putting in my opinion, the cutest character, I guess the most ruthless jackass in the entire series. Wait, I think that might be some of the worst, but So before her match with Bakugo, Deku and Ida come to cheer her up. Well, I guess hype her up and basically calm her nerves because she's gonna fight the ruthless jackass in the entire school. And because Deku knows Bakugo, Deku, of course, does study everybody's quirks, like the pro heroes, even his classmates. But he even does it to Uraraka, so she wasn't safe from that either. So he was gonna give her some tips on how to defeat Bakugo or how to use her quirk. But she said no. And she realizes to herself that she's been relying to get ahead up to this point. Which, is low-key silly to me, to be honest. I mean, when Ida said he wouldn't enjoy the cavalry team, you know, back before all the matches, I thought, wow, Ida, I thought I liked you, but now I hate you again because how dare you? You know, that's just a whole... I cemented my love for Ida in the second arc of the season, okay? But now that I think about Ida's reasons for, you know, not joining the cavalry battle, I feel like he had instant karma when he had to battle Hatsume, which I am just sad for that poor boy. So, but the fact that Uraraka thinks that, you know, she's been relying on Deku to gain in head, I mean, it just sounds silly to me. As far as I respect my boy and support him, and you know, as a bunch of sympathy I have for Deku, it's only because he's not that good. He's not even able to control his quirk well, which, you know, explains a lot. I mean, even Deku's classmates see him as some sort of, I don't know, OP hero when he did the whole beating a robot thing. But once again, he's not even that good. Now, what am I getting at with this? Well, Deku mentioned when they were doing a cavalry battle, when Uraraka joined him, she said, if they work together, we can win. But Deku says this very helpful quote that I never thought I would get in my head. How did he put it? He said, "You're either overestimating me or underestimating everybody else," which says kind of a lot. She's overestimating Deku to the point where she thinks she relies on, you know, luck or the points or something. He's not that good. I'm sorry, Ochako. But I mean, it's not like I didn't want her to be original and do Meteor Shout on Bakugo. And with that being said, it was bold of him to assume that Deku helped her out in any way possible. So, you know, that still means I hate you more, Bakugo. I mean, back in season 2, dang it. Actually, Bakugo is just as worse as everybody else. I mean, he only assumes that because he's not getting the prize that he wanted after his, what was it, middle school, junior year? I don't know. But it's because somehow Deku was getting more praise than he was supposed to get. I mean, besides the fact that, you know, you're kind of a jackass. I mean, he straight up assumes that he's the hot, when in reality, it's just accidents or something. Like, Deku gets into this stuff and it's not really it's really beyond his control. So it's just really bold of him to assume that because he's the hot, and especially because of their fight. Yeah, let's not jump to assumptions, Kachan. Actually, hold the phone. Bakugo's been calling him Deku ever since they were kids, which I know I've been using the name Deku, but work with me here. If it wasn't for Ochako once again, who basically made it better in a way. Once again, it was just a casual talk between her and Deku, and somehow it's another serious point in the story. Like, all Ochako said was, I like Deku. I think it could be an excellent hero name. Plus, I think it sounds kind of cute. And guess what triggered him to keep the name? Deku it is! I mean, he did state it before that Kachan, you know, calls it as an offensive term because it literally stands for defenseless Izuku. This actually affects his perspective on the name Deku, to where back in season 1 when he fought Bakugo, he told him that he could call him Deku, but Deku is the name of a hero now. And it also goes to his big decision in season 2 where he has to pick a hero name for himself. And of course, he chooses the name, and everybody was concerned because Kachan calls him that. He did admit he used to hate it. I mean, I get why, but somebody told him that it gives meaning for something else, and he actually likes it now. And once again, it was just a talk with Uraraka that sold him on this. This is what I mean by her being like a beacon of hope. Like, whenever something bad happens to Deku, she's always there to cheer him up or make it better for him, which I love it. Like, yeah, even in the sports festival where she joined the cavalry battle, right before she admitted that she might have been relying on him, which I want to say is low-key kind of BS, but I feel like I was exaggerating when I said she makes the show better. In a case, she just makes Deku a better person. Like, she ain't the only one though. I just like that she makes any bad thing around Deku kind of a good But I think besides that, I've only been talking about how she's been a great influence on Deku so freaking much. But have I talked mostly about her? You know, like I said, she's a charming, laid-back, cool, adorable person. Her quirk is powerful and it's used for her rescue missions. And not to mention, it can help out with her fam's construction business. But, you know, we get to it later. I just think Uraraka is basically a decent person, and I respect that about her. But because she, I don't know, continues to exist, I really love her. You know, she's just the greatest thing I like about the show, because she's so, I want to say optimistic, or she's basically the most positive person I can see in the show. And yes, I will admit, we all have our problems, even hers, it's no difference. But I feel like what All Might told Deku, you know, or tells Deku every time, or what Mirio tells him, or what Night Eye tells him, that he has to keep a bright smile and show everybody what it means to be a true hero. And I guess in Uraraka's case, you know, it's basically to show some compassion for people in this world. And I love that about her. Uraraka, true quirk, compassion. And now for my special Nendoroid review of the Uraraka Nendoroid. And if you're wondering why I didn't get the Figma version, well, you're gonna see that for yourself. Hey guys, so yeah, I am bad at transitioning things, but but I wasn't kidding. The Nendoroid Uraraka just came in, and if you can't tell, this is my first one. This is the first one from the lovely Nendoroid series. I know this camera is blurred. It apparently has the Funimation sticker on it. Now I will say this isn't the first Nendoroid I've seen, I guess, lively like this. I'm not saying I've looked up Nendoroids before, because I have. But what's the truth? Trying to say, I have seen one before, but this is actually one I physically wanted, and this isn't like a new thing. I mean, it's not the first Uraraka thing I got, considering I got this statue. I forgot what it was called. It was the Heroes Ace statue, but I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I got this on my last birthday, and I turned 16. If this doesn't say anything, then I don't know what does. And because this Nendoroid series is made by the Good Smile Company, I know what you're gonna say. Yes, there is a Figment Uraraka, but I chose to get this one because it was like half the price. And not to say I didn't want my action figures, but McFarlane said, yeah, truth be told, I've actually got one of the McFarlane figures, and it didn't last long. And I had to turn it back. But, I mean, even if it's just a cheap version of my favorite waifu, which, to be fair, I may get one of Todoroki, I don't see super problem right now. I like how it says Heroes Edition, like they're gonna make one for school uniform. That would be pretty good if that was the case. I'm not a toy reviewer, so this basically looks bad. But and for the record, this was basically for my birthday, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah, as you can see, we got my Spider-Man. There's a Shadow Hedge I figured there. Why can't this thing stay still? Okay, so don't worry. Now I got something to stand it with, because I used Lego pieces for my phone stand. But yeah, as much as I want to look like a nerd and keep this unpackaged, I really just want to see how this is. And also, if it shake, yeah, I think there's some parts into it, so I don't know. And with many things, I mean, I'm trying to use that gently, because like with many things, I'm gonna try to be very careful with it. Like, I don't know about the joints, if it's like tough or anything. It's not like a new action figure, so yeah, let's just get this open. Yeah. Not the clearest camera in the bunch, aren't you? So, think the things I do for my wife, man. The things I do. I don't need knife. No, yes, this is a red Lego sword. Fine. Pretty soon by my 18th birthday, I'm just gonna get the waifu sheet. Wait, what is that called again? The waifu pillow? Oh, nah, I'll get the Figma maybe. Who knows? Okay, I cut the tape off the box because I wasn't gonna bring it in my room. But I think it should be open. And I know this has to be from Japan, but I like how there's so much work into it. Yeah, I think the one thing I'm gonna be curious about is how do I put the. Huh, that answers my question. I can see why taking the face off is probably cursed for some people. I don't know. No, but let's see. Gently. Oh, it's nice. Keeping the box for the record, and there's still more to get out with. Oh yeah, I was gonna do an unboxing of this. So now, when I first saw this in the images, I low-key thought it was a paper, but that's good to know. And that fell. Okay. Oh, that's. Let it be said, the one reason I wanted this figure was because of that face. Figma Uraraka does not contain that face. Sad times. And here she is. Wait, is that the... Oh. So, how do I gently take off the bangs? My god, this is kind of bizarre, but I won't say I don't like it. You can see the process of me getting lights, so you get like a better light in the figure. But anyway, this is her off the packaging. Hold up, I forgot the other hands because I am a doofus. Yeah. Ooh. Ah. Yeah, these are very small. I'm gonna need like a little paper bag to hold all these in. So I mean, I guess out of the boxes ain't that bad. I've heard of stories like the peg got stuck in the figure once, so I'm just very trying to be careful with that. But I mean, it's pretty lovely. I keep saying lovely a lot, so this is just how it is. It's like got some cute joints here, which I might have saw the joints for. It's nice. I am well aware of the whole chibi aesthetic, which is cute. It's cute, and it's all good. Good. I mean, I guess the face short here is kind of plain, but it's lovely. And obviously, yep. Yeah, I can't do. I cannot speak like a toy review here, but I'll try. The painting on this is good, and I noticed a bit of some certain like paint marks, which is hard to see. No, but the shading for her hair and everything is all good, and it still reminds me of her lovely costume. And oh god, I could actually feel like the circles are where her where her quirk works. And I guess off of the box, this hand came off a bit quickly. Maybe I just have to push it in tightly. There we go. And I'm pretty sure that one ain't coming out anytime soon. But that's fine. Oh god, I think with the hills just basically makes it look more. I forget it. Okay. And of course the other things included. These actually go to the the forearms right here, but I won't try it now. And the floating thing because we need this effect. And it actually pops on pretty nicely. And once we put in now here, what is this? Just what is this? I don't. This is how you start playing with fig, gentlemen. You don't know how to do I'm just gonna. How about I'm just gonna leave it like that. Probably. And I'm actually surprised this is just an extra head. Okay, yeah. Yeah, honestly, this is my favorite face. It's probably better and looks more smuggier than what I originally thought. For those who don't know, it's supposed to be that one face she makes when she tells Ida and Deku like what her reasons of being a hero. Which I like that. I like that was the case. But getting it on here now, and maybe it's just how the eyes look or the pose I did, but it's like, God, you look low key smug, my girl. But it's probably the best face I got. Along with the regular happy face and the one I just put in here, the very smug face, which I'm gonna try and change that now. Also, the second I pulled her off, this almost came off, and I low-key assumed it was stuck. But that's kind of what I was worried about. Also, how do I make it so she can stick? Maybe I'm a dummy and I don't know how to work this. And now we got her the big helmet. This is probably the biggest thing out of all of this. I know the heads are supposed to be chibi, but yeah. Also, you can take that off if you wanted to do. Yes, I don't see why. Alright, in my opinion, with this being chibi, with the poses I make it just seems cartoony at best. Yes, but it's adorable regardless, because look at how cool she looks. I don't know. I'm still surprised with how like big the whole helmet is compared to everything else. And I might have low key tried, but I don't think the regular bands can fit this. And I promise you, I will never not freak out by taking this stuff off. Yeah, because it doesn't close all the way in. So like this is a different part. I low key wish that it kind of was. I low key wish that it kind of wasn't though. And I mean, they kind of do look similar by the ends of it, but I mean, whatever works, I guess. And I guess if you want me to try and put these on, we're gonna see about that too. Okay, I actually just realized that these hands can come off the joints. This basically makes putting them in easy. Yeah, I still believe it's just a tight straight thing. Okay, that definitely took a freaking while. Because whenever I have to mess with the joints, my hands just get all I guess, but yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to, these basically work like better joints or something. But I mean, yeah, okay. I kind of put these two in, and they seem like pretty regardless. But you know, it's all good. Also, yeah, I'm not good with this at all. Oh, this is literally my first Nendoroid figure. I think, as far as I am with posing stuff, I'm not good. And hey, I think I got it. Also, you can't see because the float thing is right here. So I think overall, this is a little figure. Of course, the first one would have to be my wife, because by the next 2 more years, I'll get something Uraraka related, because I'll still be a weeb and I'll still be a fan of My Hero, and that thigh just popped off there like it was nobody's business. But I think it's kind of a cute line if you want chibi versions of the figures. Which after looking up the line, I'm very surprised that it got like Marvel and or Disney characters, which is very intriguing. I still don't want to get like the Figma Uraraka. Like that might come soon if I wanted to. And also I'm gonna say this again, I'm a big fan of this smug face. So with that being said, I guess this is it. Take it away, tuning me. And with that, everybody, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to follow my Twitter, Instagram, and the links down below. Hit the bell and the like button on your way out the door. And hopefully I can do a character analysis videos like this in the future. Maybe I'll just be talking about episodes and those. But anyway, thanks for watching this. Subscribe to Journal Week Nation, and I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. COVID-19 is out. Peace and Happy New Year.